1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it was my top 8.
I was enduring like a lot of pain.
This is a permanent decision that you are making. The only thing I regret,
but I'm afraid that I don't like them.
I got veneers. Like any happy veneers patient, just like so smiley. I'm making this video for anyone out there that is thinking about getting veneers because when I got them, I didn't know anyone that had them and it was really scary not knowing anyone and just going into this unknown territory all by myself, not knowing what the cost, the pain, the experience, sitting in the chair, the outcome, anything would be like. I was so scared, I was so stressed out. So I want to be that support for you. And if you have any questions after watching this video, feel free to direct message me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram linked below and I will try to answer as many questions as I can if this video does not answer the question for you. I am here to help you. Come on in, let's get into the video. Okay, really quickly, here are some of the most important facts. I went to Da Vinci Dental in Bellevue, Washington. I got my top 8 teeth done. The cost was $14,500, coming out to about $1,800 per tooth. I went with the color BL2 and the whole process took about 2 months. But it's pretty common for it to just take 1 month. And as always, be sure to give this a thumbs up. It helps in the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are interested in my videos. Typically, I do more stuff about like lifestyle, living in Seattle, housing. I know you guys are all here to see the before and after, and I'm going to get into that. But I want to start off with why I decided to go through with getting veneers, because I know it's such a polarizing thing. I know so many people say not to do it. My dentist was like, don't do it. My parents didn't want me to do it. None of my friends wanted me to do it. I was the only one that wanted me to do it. And I wanted me to do it for myself. I did not want to do it for anyone else, so I didn't care what anyone else said. And I have to tell you, now that I have my veneers, the only thing I regret is not getting them sooner. And the only reason I didn't get them sooner is because I was listening to all these outside voices telling me what I should do to please everyone else. And I was ignoring my inside voice of what I wanted to do to make myself happy. And I'm so happy that I finally got the courage to just say, what everyone else thinks, I'm gonna do what's gonna make me happy. So growing up, I always had pretty good teeth. They were always pretty straight. And so I never had to have braces in middle school or high school or anything like that. They were aligned enough where dentists were like, you really don't need to have braces. Until fast forward to, you know, nearing the end of high school, everyone's getting their braces off. Everyone has perfectly aligned teeth. They're just beautiful. And suddenly mine just felt really inferior. I started to realize like my teeth aren't that straight and they had moved a lot since I was younger. And it was right after graduating high school when I started to become pretty self-conscious about my teeth. I eventually went to an orthodontist and I got Invisalign. I always knew about veneers, but I was really scared of the idea of getting them. So before getting veneers, I decided I'm gonna try Invisalign first, because what if I can get my teeth how I like them with that and not have to do veneers? And I had Invisalign for like 2 years. I don't feel like making a whole video about Invisalign. I just didn't really like Invisalign. I didn't like the process of wearing it. I was bad at wearing it. I mean, I did eventually finish it and my teeth were straighter, but ultimately I was still really disappointed in them. And it wasn't really my orthodontist's fault. They were straighter, but I realized I'm a pretty natural, down-to-earth person, I think. But when it comes to my teeth, I just really was wanting a more perfect look. I think it might stem from the fact that my older brother has beautiful, perfect, like Hollywood smile teeth. And his are natural teeth, they're not veneers or anything. And I always growing up like looked up to how beautiful his teeth are. I'm gonna make him send me a photo for this video. He has gorgeous teeth. And I always thought, you know, we're related. One day my teeth are gonna look like that. And they just never came through. So at that point, I kind of just accepted it. I told myself, you know what? I'm just not gonna be one of those people that has a beautiful smile, learned to just accept it. And I accepted that for about a year of just being like, and during that year, I was really unhappy with the way that I looked, and it was all because of my teeth. And one day I just decided, you know what? I should be allowed, and everyone should be allowed to have like the perfect smile. I think at this point I tried Invisalign. I'm not gonna do braces. My only other option to really get the teeth that I want is veneers. But I sat on the idea for a while because it just feels so foreign. I ended up going to this place that I actually just found because I used to drive by it it all the time, and it's in Bellevue, Washington, and it's called Da Vinci Dental. I went in for my first consultation back in February of this year, so February 2020. It was just a quick 15-minute long consultation with the doctor there. His name is Bo Keller. He just kind of ran through what it's like, answered some questions, and then I left the consultation and I still just thought about it for months. I didn't take any action until I think 3 months later. I was in LA and I was like just unhappy with everything in my life. My videos, my appearance, my personal life, my public life. Like I feel like at my lowest point just like 3 months ago. And I was scrolling through Instagram this one day, the Da Vinci Dental place, I followed them on Instagram, and they posted that you can send in your photo and they'll do like a virtual smile trial where they basically kind of like Photoshop what some veneers might look like on you. I was like, I'm just gonna send in a photo and see how that looks. You know, obviously it's only gonna be so accurate. It's like a Photoshopped thing, but so this is the photo I sent in, and then this is what they sent me back. And I was sold. Literally on the spot, I was like, okay, I want them, like when can I get them done? So once I made the decision, I went in and we talked about what I wanted for my teeth. They like scan your teeth, and from there on the computer, he's actually able to design your smile and move things around, and he does that all himself. And then the next appointment is where they shave down your teeth, the big shave down the teeth appointment. Everything, once I made the decision, started happening really quickly, which I thought was really cool because I've waited 25 years to have the smile that I want. And once I decided I wanted these and I was gonna go forward with it, like overnight, you just go from having teeth that you don't like to like these perfect teeth. I want to talk about though really quickly leading up to the appointment of having my teeth shaved down a bit. First of all, so many people still think veneers, like they literally shave your teeth down to the littlest nub. A lot of places don't do that anymore, and Da Vinci Dental doesn't do that. They're super conservative about it, like they only shave down what they need to in order for the teeth to go in and not look too big or anything. It's a scary thought though, to have your teeth being shaved down. You're never gonna have those teeth back. You can't go back. And it was something that definitely stressed me out because I had no idea what to expect whatsoever. I was actually having kind of like nightmares the week leading up. Like I had nightmares that my teeth fell out. I think it's normal to feel uneasy and nervous about it because this is a permanent decision that you are making. When I went in for the appointment to have my teeth shaved down a little bit, it was actually so casual. It was not what I expected. I expected this to be like a procedure. Like this is intense. And it really was. The longest part of the appointment actually, I feel like was talking in the beginning, just talking about the process, what was gonna happen. It was like a 2.5 hour appointment. And I feel like honestly an hour of it was like us just talking and preparing. The temporaries were printing in a 3D printer. And then when it came to actually doing like the procedure part of it, I don't even like want to call it a procedure because it wasn't like intense. Procedure sounds intense. When it came to the actual, I guess we'll call it procedure. It really was like any other trip to the dentist. They start off by getting you numb. It's so crazy. If you hate needles, if you hate shots of the dentist, personally, I don't care. I don't mind them. Dr. Bo Keller, when he distributes the Novocaine, I did not feel a single shot that he did my entire time having him do my teeth. He definitely makes your comfort a big priority. So he gets you numb, you know, the numbing kicks in, and then, you know, he got started with the shaving of the teeth. I guess there's no other way to put it. It's shaving down your teeth. It feels just like getting a filling. You don't feel anything. Obviously, you do not feel anything. There's no pain, no discomfort the whole time you're in the chair. It's just like any other dentist appointment. If you feel any, you need to get more Novocaine and just be numb. It sounded just like getting a filling. I've gotten a lot of fillings, so it really didn't bother me. It took about 45 minutes for him to kind of like shave things down that needed to be shaved. So in this appointment, what they do is they shave your teeth down and then they take a scan of it to send to the lab that's gonna fabricate the final veneer. And then in the meantime, you obviously need something on your teeth, so that's why they put the temporaries on. And the temporaries also are supposed to kind of look like the shape that you're trying to go for. So the point of them is to protect your teeth, obviously, when they're shaved down and don't have the final ones in, and also give you like a test drive of what your teeth teeth are gonna look like. But the temporary ones by nature, they're just like bigger, bulkier. They're even a little bit whiter, I feel like. They're like more fake looking, all of that stuff. And the temporaries are actually, they're kind of like a denture. Like they're all the teeth connected and they just like stick that thing up there. The temporaries are also pretty fragile. The whole time you have them, you're not supposed to bite down. You're not supposed to use them to eat or anything like that because they could break and then you have to go in and get things fixed. I did a really good job, I think, of being careful because I had to have my temporaries for almost 2 months and they didn't break at all. I ate normal food and stuff. I just ate with the back of my teeth and I was just really, really careful with them. So when you leave that appointment, you are still numb and your face is like puffy. It might be a little bit swollen, but it's mainly just puffy from like the Novocaine and stuff. You're not getting them on and looking in the mirror and going, wow, like I look amazing. You're like, you look like a puffed up housewife and you're like, I can't tell what I think yet. So don't have some expectation that like once you see them, you're gonna be like, whoa, you just won't. Like that's a big thing I wish someone would have told me is do not have an expectation that right away you're going to love them because your face is like numb and puffy and it just looks weird. It totally looks weird.
All right, let's get some before and afters going on. This is what my teeth looked like before going in for the temporaries appointment. And let's not forget this beauty of a photo that I sent into them. Okay, and here is after getting the temporaries. I'm literally sitting in the exact same spot, same car, so you guys can see side by side the difference. And let's also throw in the virtually simulated photo that they made, and you guys can compare everything. Overall, I thought it was really exciting. I think you can definitely see an upgrade in my smile immediately, even with the temporaries. And yeah, I just look better.
Let's talk about the pain. This is what I wanted to know in all of the videos because some people were like, it's not painful. I think those people are lying. There's no way you don't have at least some pain. Other people are so vague about it. There's like, yeah, there's some discomfort. Okay, what the heck does that mean? I feel like with tooth pain, there's 2 types of pain that I've experienced. I've experienced like the dull aching pain and I've experienced the nerve shooting up zinging feeling that you get like if you whiten your teeth. Tooth pain sucks. Your mouth is so sensitive. There's so many nerves. Tooth pain is one of the worst pains. I was so afraid it was gonna be that zinging pain. Like I cannot deal with that. I'm scared of that pain. I don't whiten my teeth because I hate that zinging. It's like such a shock to your body. So no one told me still, like, is it zinging pain? Is it toothache pain? What's it gonna be? So it's toothache pain. It's not zinging. I had no zinging. What the pain is, once the numbing wore off, it felt like a toothache. And it felt like a toothache all in my mouth. It was aching. And it was pretty intense. It wasn't enough where I'm like in the fetal position crying, but it's enough where you wanna lay low that day. You're just like, oh my gosh, this is really something. So here's the thing though. I was stupid. What you're supposed to do, what I was instructed to do was take 4 Advil like right away and then put Orajel on my gums because they were obviously a bit irritated and that will help kick the pain. And I got back and I didn't take their directions. I was curious what the pain would be like. I was like, maybe I could stick it out. I'm gonna be okay. And the numbing wore off and the pain kicked in and yeah, it was really painful and I spent the rest of the afternoon and the evening enduring the pain. And then when it was time to go to bed, I was like, okay, I can't sleep with this pain. It is too much. So I took the 4 Advil and I put the Orajel on and all of the pain went away within like 15 minutes. And I was like, why didn't I just take the Advil earlier? Because here's the thing with the pain that comes with getting veneers. It is painful, but it is totally manageable. In my experience, whenever the pain kicked in, if I took an Advil, it went away. So typically you have your temporaries for at least 2 weeks. Some people 3 weeks, some people up to a month. It just depends how long it takes the real veneers to be made. Some places do it in-house and you get it really quick. A lot of places though, like most places, outsource that somewhere else. So they said the standard time I'd have my temporaries would be 4 weeks, which is a pretty long time. It ended up being almost 2 months because of COVID. So they had theirs fabricated in Brazil, and when they were ready, they came into the US and they got stuck in customs. And I guess it's like a whole thing with COVID. Lots of things are backed up, people are short-staffed, all this stuff. So I had to have the temporaries for such a long time. The temporaries are not fun at all. They're not. The only thing fun about them is finally like enjoying the way that your smile looks. It makes all the pain worth it, I will say that. I want to go through a timeline of the pain also, because I had the temporaries for 2 months. I didn't have pain that whole time. I was taking a lot of Advil. I started, you know, with the dose of 4 that first day, and then I quickly tried to like wean off because that's obviously a lot. So then the next day when the pain kicked in, I took 3 instead of 4, and I felt good. So I knew I didn't have to take 4 anymore. And once I took the Advil, the pain would go away for a solid 12 hours. So I would take Advil pretty much every 12 hours. I don't want to scare you guys, I just want to be real. The pain, yeah, it hurts, but you take the Advil and it goes away and you're fine. If I had to do it all again with the pain, I would. It would be fine. We would be fine. So I quickly got to a point where essentially all I needed was 1 Advil every 12 hours and the pain would be gone. And then around the 3-week mark, the pain just went away. The pain is there because obviously, you know, when you do shave your teeth down, your teeth are really sensitive from it for a while, and then they eventually aren't. They just aren't. Like, it just, the pain went away after that. No more pain, no sensitivity. If you're like afraid you're gonna have your teeth shaved down and then they're gonna be sensitive forever, my teeth aren't sensitive at all anymore with these veneers. Like, they're not sensitive. And when I first got the temporaries, I was embarrassed. I was like, they look so fake.
These are the temporaries, so they look really fake.
Oh my god, you guys, like, don't worry, these are just temporary. The other ones are gonna look really real. And I started to fall in love with the temporaries. It seriously felt so life-changing for me as someone that's on camera a lot. I've made videos for like 10 years, and every time I make a video, I kind of check how I look in the little LCD screen I'm looking at. And it's so small and it's so far away that I think I look pretty good. But every time I go to my computer and upload that footage onto my computer and it blows up to be all big, I always get this like sinking feeling in my stomach, and I'm just unhappy with how I look. And once I got the temporary veneers, for like, I'm not even kidding you, the first time in my life, like, I like uploaded the footage and was like actually happy with how I looked. And like, it just felt like, it just felt so life-changing for me and added so much confidence to me and made me so much happier. It really was crazy because, you know, I thought like I was never gonna get to have that, and I finally got that. And everything was good, everything was smooth sailing. And then I finally got the text that the final teeth had come in, and I was so excited to finally get these.
I'm just so excited. Say goodbye.
I assumed the biggest, scariest appointment was just getting your teeth like shaved down. I just kind of assumed when you get the final ones in, it's really easy. I don't know what I expected, but actually the final appointment of getting the temporaries off and getting the final ones in is definitely more invasive than the first one. The first one, you guys, I'm telling you, it's a breeze. It's like getting a filling. It's not a big deal. So what they do in the final appointment is they have to numb you up a lot because they have to get the temporaries off. They numb you up a bunch. They numbed me up so much. I could feel it like up to my eyes, which I've had that before. Like one time when I had a root canal, they numbed me up so much I could like feel it up to my eyes. But yeah, they numb you a lot for this. They have to get the temporaries off. They don't just pop off. They literally have to like, I don't even know, like take little tools and like pull at them. So getting those off is like a bitch basically, and it's invasive because at some point within it they have to like really get up in your gums. Then once they get off all of that, your natural shaved down teeth are like exposed. They clean those out, they make sure everything's good. They do like some crazy disinfectant thing to make sure there's like no germs on them. And then the exciting part of them starting to put in the final ones in, and it feels exactly, I mean, you don't feel anything, but it seems exactly how you'd think, just like doop, 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 doop. But then what I didn't expect is they take this little like, I don't know what it was, but it reminds me, it's as if they took sandpaper and put it in between my teeth and they started sandpapering around. So The adhesive that they use to put the final ones in is this extremely strong, like cement stuff. It gets where it needs to be and then it starts getting everywhere. And to get the cement stuff out from underneath your teeth and like from your gums and all this stuff, you know, they had to take the sandpaper thing and like rub in between the teeth. You don't feel it or anything, but I think that's like kind of hard on your gums. They do what they gotta do, but that appointment also just takes like 2 hours. You don't feel anything while you're in the chair. Again, I do feel like I was a bit more numbed. It felt like more was going on that felt a little more unknown, but then that was that. And then this was the biggest thing that I didn't expect at all, but once they handed me the mirror to look at the teeth, like the final veneers that I was so excited to get, I hated them.
I'm trying not to freak out.
And I was really sad. And a huge part of that nobody told me is, once again, just like the first appointment, your mouth is really puffed up, and so everything looks weird. To have an expectation that you're gonna have everything done and they'll hand you a mirror and you're gonna love it, it's just not a thing. It is not a thing you should expect.
So I look weird, like I can't smile still, kinda, you know? I do not like them. We're 2 days after veneers now and my mouth is still really swollen. Fast forward 5, 6-ish days. I like them more now.
And also, it's like getting a haircut. You get your haircut and it looks good and everyone thinks it looks good, but it's such a big change for you. It takes you a while to process it and you don't know what to think, and it's really easy to get scared of how it looks. So I hated it, and I hated it because my mouth was like so swollen. So swollen, the teeth looked tiny. They looked so little. They looked like tiny little baby teeth. And I was like, what? I was so upset because I wasn't prepared to not know that you shouldn't have this expectation it's gonna be perfect like the second the appointment is over. So for the next week, my mouth was still like swollen and puffy, and you really aren't gonna know how they really look with your face and how they suit you fully until a week later. And when that week passed, I was happier with them. It's crazy to think I got so upset that I cried. Let's go back to the pain really quick. So then once you leave your last appointment, there's obviously gonna be pain then too, because you know, they did a lot of stuff on your mouth, and it's just natural that there's gonna be pain. And once again, I didn't know what to expect. Did not know that the pain could be worse after your final appointment than the first one. My doctor, he was like getting me all ready. He prescribed me Percocet just in case it hurts that bad. Apparently for like 50% of people, it could be pretty excruciating pain for like the next day after the final appointment. But the pain after the final appointment is only supposed to last for like a day. It's not like with the temporaries, how you have the sensitivity and pain for like weeks. So like I said, 50% feel that. For me personally, the pain just felt like the exact same as when I got the temporaries. Once I started feeling the pain kick in, I just took 4 Advil immediately, and immediately the pain went away. I did not feel any of it. Got through that day, and then I think the next day I took like 2 Advil, and then after that I had no pain. No pain at all. It took me a week to feel comfortable with like actually using my teeth again, because I was so used to not using them. And they were just a little sensitive. Not painful, but just, you know, tooth sensitivity. But now I've had my veneers for I think almost 3 weeks now. They feel like normal teeth. I can bite into things like totally normal. I don't have any sensitivity. I don't have any pain. And there's some really cool perks to having veneers that I didn't realize that I would appreciate so much. So let's get into where we are now. This is my smile.
Here is the final before and after with my new final veneers. This is just a photo I literally snapped like as I'm editing this video. I love the shape. What you'll notice is, you know, they look like my old teeth. They're reminiscent of my old teeth, but just upgraded. I'm really happy with the color as well. I think it's like nice and white, but not too white by any means.
I'm pretty happy with it. However, I'm still not 100% satisfied. I'm not that upset girl that was crying in the car anymore, and I like them more than I liked my teeth that I started out with, but I know exactly what I need fixed though. So this is where it's really important to know what you want, but it's so hard to know what you want. when I went into that first consultation to talk about what I wanted my end goal to look like, I was so scared of them looking fake or too big. And I was just like, I want veneers, you know, I want them to look a little bit whiter. I want my teeth to be, you know, aligned and symmetrical, but I want them to still look like my natural teeth. I want them to look as natural as possible. I don't want them to look bigger at all, just so natural. Like, that is what I told them, like, natural. Okay, so that's what I told him. So that's the expectation that was had, and that is what he gave me, is some really awesome teeth that honestly, they very much do look like my old teeth, but just upgraded. Whiter, more symmetrical, more aligned, just a bit prettier. And then I got the temporaries that are more fake looking, and I realized I kind of liked the more fake look a little bit. And so then when I got the final ones, they looked less like the temporaries and more like my natural teeth. I was so sad because I liked the temporaries, but that's really not the doctor's fault, because I was the one that was like, make them look super natural. So at the end of the day, I just didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know how to know what I wanted. And I got good teeth. Like, these are really great. Like, he did great work and I trust him and he does an amazing job. And I would definitely recommend him to anyone that wants to get them. The reason why I'm not totally happy with them is because I didn't realize that I would want them to look a little bit more fake, I guess. So if you're considering getting these done, I want you to get a paper and pencil and look in the mirror at your teeth and write down the things that you like about it and write down the things that you don't like about it, and try and be as specific as you can, because I didn't do that. I just kind of like went in there and was like, I just don't like them. I don't know why, just make them look better but natural. And now, after the fact, I can pinpoint exactly what I don't like. And if I just would have been more specific and known what I wanted, which just takes a little bit of looking in the mirror yourself and like really figuring it out, you will have that outcome that you want. Do not just look like way up close at your teeth. That's really not gonna be an accurate read on what you want your smile to look like. You have to like take a step back and look at what your teeth look like when you're just holding your mouth naturally. And what is it that when you're just talking like this, you don't like about your teeth? Because that's not what I did. I went like this and I was like, well, what don't I like? And that's not gonna help you. Basically what's happened for me is if I go like this and I look really close at my teeth, I'm like, these do look awesome. And if I were to talk showing my teeth a lot more, they do look good. They look really nice and proportional and great, but the reality is I talk like this and my mouth really comes down a lot. And when I'm talking, you only see like a little bit of my teeth, like you just don't see a lot. But what you do see, so these are the lateral teeth, the ones next to your two front teeth, and naturally, they're a bit shorter than your two front teeth. And because when I talk, you can't see my laterals, you can only see my two front teeth and you can see my canines. They're not, it just like gives the illusion to me that they aren't straight most of the time when I'm talking. If I talked like this all the time, I would not have a problem with them. I would think that they look really good, but I don't. I talk like this, and so it kind of bothers me. So I realized what I need to be happy with my teeth is to have the lateral teeth just be a bit longer. Conventionally, that's kind of unnatural looking. You know, it's a bit fake because our laterals typically aren't like that. But I know that that's what I want for my smile to get to the point that I like. I took so many videos, right, when I had my normal teeth and the temporaries, and with the temporaries, you could see more of the lateral, and I think that's what I liked about them. I think being able to see more of my teeth when I talked and them being almost on like the same length was something that I liked. But I didn't know how to look for that when I was getting my teeth done at first. So it really is, it's like just look at your teeth in the mirror when you talk and like try and think about what you don't like. So I went back into Da Vinci Dental and I was like, look, I'm not like fully happy with these. I know it's like honestly my fault, but what can we do? Luckily, they're amazing there, and they have a policy like they'll do whatever it takes to make you happy with your smile, even if it means redoing some of them, and you don't have to pay more out of pocket. I didn't expect that, but I'm so thankful that that's how it is. And they have this policy because usually everyone is really happy with their teeth. Like it's not normal to get a revision like I'm getting done. I'm just a head case and didn't know what I want, I guess. So the plan is these 2 laterals, I am gonna go back into temporaries and get like full new longer ones. We even tried out like putting composite resin on to see what it looked like with them longer, and I liked it better. And so that's what we're doing. And so even though I'm not like 100% happy with my veneers right this second, I know we are on track to getting it there, and I'm still happy with the overall purchase. I'm happy with the overall process. Actually, every day that passes that I have these new veneers, I like them more and more. It really is just like getting a haircut. Like it takes a little to get used to it, but you start to see and appreciate how great it really does look. It just takes a little bit of time because it's really shocking for a person, especially on their face, to have something change. You know, we don't like change as humans. We reject it and we're scared of it. And when you change something on you, even though you paid to do it and you're excited about it, it's totally natural at first to be like, wait, I don't like this. Because we don't like change, and it just takes a little bit to get used to. So I actually, today, I really do like these a lot. I can definitely say I'm so much happier having these than I am having where I began with my natural teeth. And actually, now I look back at the videos of me and my temporaries, and I'm like, oh my God, how did I like those? Those look so fake. So I just needed a little bit of time to process it, but I'm actually so happy with them now. I think that covers everything. Good luck with your veneers. If any of you guys have questions, you can DM me on Instagram. And if you want to like see what my teeth looked like before or with the temporaries or any of that stuff, I have a vlog channel, and in my vlogs, you can see my teeth and how I talk and stuff like that. So if you want to check out my vlogs and more about my life, I'll have that link below. And thanks for watching. Bye guys.